awesome. Every day, all day. This is how we roll. This is 97.9, the BOX.
It's 97.9 The Box. Your boy JQ from the Pimp, man. I got one of my player partners in the building, always keeping the trio up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? The homie Neo is in the building. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Pimpin? I'm trying to get this thing. Man, I still ain't figured this Zoom thing out. I'm trying to figure it out the way right. Hold on.
It's looking pimping on you. It's looking pimping on you.
Bam. All right, we straight.
Oh, yeah. You looking
Bam,
deep. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, we just trying to hold it down. How you holding up, brother, with everything going with the COVID, man?
I'm chilling, to be honest with you. So I've been telling people that this whole COVID quarantine thing ain't really affect me none, because I'm a little bit of a homebody anyway. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't gotta be nowhere, you will more than likely just catch me at the crib. So when they said stay home, I was like, cool, no problem. I've been good, man. I hate kicking with the kids, primarily yelling and screaming at the kids. You know, but it's been cool, man. It's been cool. It's been an opportunity for me to lock back in with the people that you know show me genuine love and that I claim to love unconditionally. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this time, man, even for me, man, you know, having quality time with the family there, because we always ripping and running, man. That time has made open my eyes up to some bigger things. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
going down. So today, man, you dropped a big project, man. You to Love with the homie Jeremih.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. I'm proud of this one. So the joint is basically about, just finding that special somebody, your quarantine bae. This is quarantine bae soundtrack material is what this is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You and your quarantine bae together, loving on each other and just enjoying each other's energy. That's what the song is basically about. Makes perfect sense. Makes more sense now than when I recorded the damn song. Just considering everything that's going on in the world. Now is the perfect time for this joint, and it's a breath of fresh air that's kind of needed in this dark time right now.
How did you go about selecting like who you wanted on there? Was Jeremih first in mind when you did the song?
Well, here's the thing. So I worked with my man Rockstar. He did a couple joints on the record, and we was in the studio one night just having a conversation about people that I hadn't worked with yet, and Jeremih's name popped up. So I guess Rockstar and Jeremih is relatively close. He called him up. Jeremih pulled up on cast the same night. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what we doing? He pulled up to the studio. I'm never a person to take credit that is not mine or take credit for something that I didn't do. He pulled up on me with the record. He pulled up on me with the track. It had the hook on it. It had his verse on it. And I'm like, oh, bro, I need to get on that. No question. We need to do this together. And he was like, well, let's rock. So shout out to the man. Shout out to the boy Jeremih for what it is that he does. I feel like old boy don't get the proper credit that he deserves because he's really dope. Like dude is a genius on the thing for real. So shout out to him. You to Love is the joint featuring Jeremih. It is available right now everywhere music is streamed and listened to and downloaded and bought and all that. And this is the Quiet Before the Storm, because the album is definitely on the way.
Okay.
Not all the way done just yet. Don't know what I'm calling it yet, but know that it is coming sooner than later. Absolutely.
Man, up in here. Now the single right before this, you had got me in some trouble.
What you did?
Pinky Ring with the Pinky Ring song. I'm gonna tell you, got a pimp in trouble because the song. I'm gonna tell you why I got in trouble. So I'm liking the joint. I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm in the house and I'm like, when I get to the club tonight, I'm gonna drop this joint on them. Boom. So I'm in the kitchen and I'm already dressed and I'm singing the song. So last September, I just got married and everything. So I'm in there. Yeah. So Neo. So I'm in there. I said, baby. I said, why I got to wear it on the wedding ring? Neo said, I'm gonna put this thing on go resize it for the pinky. And she said, I'm gonna pinky your ass. Yeah. She said, it's a song. I said, but it's okay. All right. Yeah. It took me down.
I told you not to do that. What the hell is you thinking?
I was thinking. I was sipping.
No, you don't. Okay. Don't throw stuff down. All right, cool. No, that wasn't smart on your part, Pimp. That was
man. She got my mind right real quick, fast, and everything.
I know she did. I know she did.
Dropped it, and she was even with me. She was like, "Yeah, it is jam, but you better keep that damn ring on that ring." I said, "You right up in that thing, man." We got Neo in the building.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man. We got Neo in the building, man. Now, so with the quarantine, have you still been living the vegan lifestyle?
You know what? I'm be honest with you because we family, right? Be honest with you.
Yes, indeed.
No, the first 3 weeks of this thing, before we really knew what was going on, and everybody was just kind of in limbo. I was at the crib on the couch, you know, with the kids, with the wife, just eating anything and everything. I gained a good 10 pounds, good 10 quarantine pounds. Yeah. But I knew that we was about to put this record out, and so I decided, all right, since we don't know when the end of this thing, we can't see the end of this thing. We don't know how long it's gonna last. Let me go ahead and act like I'm still, you know, a part of what's going on. So I got to train her, got right. You know, I just started eating back right. But you know, it was a cool little break for a second. You know,
you got to enjoy it.
I had my damn what is it? My robe on for 3-4 days straight, and just. It was great because I don't get to do stuff like this. I be moving all the time. So I've been thoroughly enjoying this downtime. Waking up at the crib every morning, you know what I'm saying? I get to wake up and have breakfast with my kids every morning. That's dope. Like you know, you take advantage, you take stuff like that for granted when moving around a lot. You don't realize just how much that means to them, how much it means to you. Like for real. That's dope.
Man, so what was your guilty pleasure food that you like, oh man, I forgot how good this tastes?
I think a better question is there anything that you didn't eat? Because I ate all of it. I was eating everything. I re-evaluated and reestablished my love with pizza. Me and Cheese have had a daunting affair. We have, I still can't really get with the red meat. Like I tried, and it's been gone for so long that it don't sit right. You know what I mean? Like I brought back chicken relatively easily, turkey relatively easily, fish. I was already doing a pescatarian thing, but red meat and pork. Ooh, messed me up bad. I couldn't even do it the way I wanted to.
Man, hold up. And man, I gotta say, man, I was worried for a minute because you know, your situation was one of the ones I looked up to. And then when I saw late that you went back, and was it because of the quarantine that you decided to work everything out with your relationship and everything?
The quarantine definitely played a major part. So as it turns out, what the quarantine did for me and my lady was it allowed us the time to really sit down and lock back into each other. You know what I mean? We had gotten to a place, and this happens in relationships. You get to a place with your lady or your man or whatever, to where y'all just can't talk no more. You know what I mean? Like something is clearly wrong. It's obviously something wrong. You ask her what's wrong, she hit you with nothing. And you get mad because it's like, I see that there's something wrong. Like, and then it just escalates from there, and it becomes more than it needs to be. So we actually, through this quarantine, got the opportunity to sit and just really have that almost mean conversation with each other. Like, listen, here's what I don't like about you. Straight up and down, and like on some, I don't care how you feel about it. I need to get this truth to you, and when I'm done, I need you to get the truth back to me. And and from there, we see if there's anything to be resolved. And as it turns out, it was. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we realized that we love each other unconditionally. It's like, I don't like you sometimes, but that's human. Like that's what happens.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? But I love you. If I stop a bullet for you, I ain't supposed to be with nobody else. And that's so. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and she where she's supposed to be.
That's because I celebrated because it's like, and me and my wife talk about all the time. I said, man, before I got married, like the couples I looked up to was, of course, Barack and Michelle, J and B, because they went through stuff and they worked it out. Of course, Will and Jada, and Leo and Crystal. So it's like when I saw that first report, I'm like, oh shit. I said, man, because you be talking like I be talking sometime when I say, oh man, baby, like what's wrong? I said, man. So when he came out busting the house, I said, baby, I just saw some news. They worked it out. It's a beautiful thing. And like She said, why you worried like you for Leo? I said, I don't know. You know, Neo, I don't know. So I was proud of that. So definitely salute to you, brother, and everything.
Well, thank
I
you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And it's been a lot of love. Like it's funny. I was getting a lot of attention when I announced the divorce. You know what I'm saying? A lot of attention from young ladies in the whole nine. And but it's funny that once I announced that we was getting back together, it's like some of the same girls was like, "I'm so happy for you," and I'm like,
"What?
Okay." I mean, it's weird, but I'm gonna take the love where it comes from. So it's like, all right, because you know, haters is gonna do what they do and they gonna say what they say and all that. We don't get them no energies. We ain't even gonna discuss them. I'm happy that people are happy that love won. That means something to me.
If it's one piece of advice, you know, a lot of people have been on quarantine, they're in relationships. Of course, me, only been married 6 months. What would one strong piece of advice you would give to couples?
A strong piece of advice. Okay. You need to, first and foremost, you need to be realistic about who you with. Okay. You wouldn't do certain things with certain people. You wouldn't let certain things occur, certain situations happen with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like if your girl was deathly afraid of dogs, you probably wouldn't get her a dog, right? That's common sense, right? Okay. So if you know that your lady is a little jealous, or your man is a little jealous, then maybe it's not a good idea that y'all have, you know, each other's codes to your phones or whatnot. Because here's what I've learned about a jealous person. A jealous person can look at anything and find something about it that they don't like anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you and your sister just talk like this. This is what y'all do. Y'all just talk.
Like what?
Not saying that Crystal did that, but I'm saying like it can get that intense. So one thing that I learned is that you really have to, and not just say it because it sounds good. You really have to listen to who you with. You really got to pay attention to this person. Like it's gonna just make things easier. We as men have a tendency to wait for our turn to talk. It's like we ain't really listen. We ain't really hearing what you're saying. We just waiting on you to say something that's gonna trigger something for us to say so that we can get back in and talk again. And that is a surefire way to just pull the rug out from under your whole situation. Listen to who you with, pay attention to who you with, and be as honest as you can. Like everybody lies in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm not acting holier than thou at all. But I do understand that if you're gonna be with somebody forever, you have to learn how to like the things about them that you don't like. You have to learn how to lock into that person in every aspect of it. It can't just be when the sun is shining. It's real easy to love somebody when the sun is shining. I'm talking about when the storm happened. Are you still down then? Like you got to lock into where you know that about yourself and about your partner. And if you genuinely can't, then you need to not be together. Don't play with somebody's emotions, because that can be dangerous. That can be real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like you think your lady crazy. You know, get to messing with her heart and her emotions and all of that, and see what crazy really look like. It's consideration for another person. Like I really don't like the fact that where we live now, to be selfish is kind of like the norm. It's like, you know, everybody's out for self and only thinking about self and the whole nine. And it's like, even with this COVID-19 situation, it's like, so we live in Atlanta, and Atlanta is relatively open, and there's people running around with no mask on, no gloves, no nothing. Like this COVID thing is over. Like, nah, man, you have to consider someone else. You yourself might be strong enough to fight it off, but you know, this old dude that you just walked past, he ain't, and you just gave it to him. And now he dead. Like, and so it's that people are not considering that. All right, just because you might be able to be all right with it, don't mean that everybody around you is gonna be able to be all right with it. So the mask ain't necessarily just to protect you; it's to protect them too. It's just the one thing that I've learned from just being locked down this long with one other person is that you have to consider the well-being of your significant other. You have to. Okay, when y'all get together, y'all become two pieces of a unit. It ain't two people no more. It's two halves of a whole. Meaning, what you do is going to affect her, and what she do is going to affect you. And if y'all both notice and understand this, then it'll happen less, those instances where you do something that's upsetting her or she does something that's upsetting you. Because you'll act different. You'll move different. Yeah. It's like, all right, I know that if my lady knew that this was going on right now, she has something to say. So, let me chill out. Let me chill out. Like it takes strength. It takes willpower to be able to do that. Man, it ain't easy. It ain't easy for nobody. Again, present company included. But if you made the decision to be with somebody forever, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Man, so that means this weekend I need everybody to go stream, download, buy You the Love, Neo, Jeremih, because that's gonna be the soundtrack to get it in. You're making it happen. Now, before I let you go, Neil, I got one question because you can help me with an argument with me and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
During the COVID, I've been cleaning out my closet, getting rid of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, run up on this outfit. I'm like, I don't know, I ain't wore it in a minute. So I had to tell her this story. I said, from the time Neo's come to Houston and been at the radio station in 97.9 interview, I always say, and that's still on the bucket list, I say, man, I'm going to have to come down to ATL, take me clothing shop, put that drip. And he'd be like, all right, come on. I said, when we was at BET, I said, where you get the fedoras? He told me in LA. But one time we was at the Hip Hop Awards, this probably 7 years ago, outfit you had on. I said, man, I like that. I said, I want to get it. I said, he said, get it. Ain't nobody going to have it in Houston. Told me where to get it. Only wore it 2 times, but I found this in the closet. And I said, why? I said, it's still, I need Neo to tell me, should I get rid of it or is it still relevant with the time? Hold on. Let's pull this thing out.
The drive through.
I remember that piece. I think it's still relevant. I definitely think it's still relevant. Yeah.
It stays in the closet. The jacket stays home. There it is. Hey, Leo, I appreciate you, brother. Always, man. When this COVID is over, we definitely gonna see each other. Hey, make sure y'all stream You the Love featuring Jeremih. It has a great sample in it. It's about love. You can 2-step. It's going to make you feel good to be an American and a citizen in your heart and your soul and your patella. And if you want to make some babies, feel free. You know what I'm talking about? All day.
I'm going to point out that you said patella, but all right. Let me point that out. I was going to let you live, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm not certain that's a word. Not certain that's real.
Hey, I do make up some words every now and then.
Every now and then. That's cool.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, dog. I know you got a busy day, man. I appreciate you. One love.
Respect, man.
So wait, the after party ain't at JQ's no more?
Hey, not no more till the COVID get right. Dig a love, bro.
All of them.
All right, man.